Hey, what is up, everybody? So we have some Packers news to go over. I want to cover a few different things that came out in the past few hours regarding the Packers. But if you are new here, you haven't subscribed, you want to see more Packers content, I put out Packers content on this channel every single day, usually. News, analysis, all that kind of stuff. So if you're a Packers fan, you want to stay up to date, feel free to subscribe. Turn on the post notifications so you never miss any Packers content. So it came out from Packers.com. The first move is the Packers have signed wide receiver Bo Melton to the active roster. The Packers have released outside linebacker Tipa Naliai from the IR. He'd been dealing with a hamstring injury, but now he has been released from the Packers. And the Packers have placed Dean Lowry on the IR with a calf injury. So I want to discuss the impact of Dean Lowry's injury as well. But first off, starting with the new wide receiver here in Green Bay, wide receiver Bo Melton. So a little bit of information on him. He was actually drafted by the Seahawks this year, 2022, the 2022 NFL Draft in the 7th round. He played college football at Rutgers University, where he was there for 3 years, had 132 receptions, 1,683 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Looking at him, he's 5'11", 189 pounds. And the thing that I think is very exciting about him is he is an insanely athletic, insanely fast wide receiver. He ran a 4.3440, which is slightly faster than Christian Watson. So Christian Watson ran a 4.3640, so just 0.02 seconds faster than Christian Watson. And we've all watched Christian Watson play this season. We know the breakaway speed that he has, and it seems that Bo Melton is slightly faster than him, and there's one thing you cannot teach, and that is speed, and Bo Melton has that. He is a little bit undersized. Reading some draft profiles from him before the draft occurred, that was some people's issue I guess they have with him is he's not 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", he's 5'11", but at the same time, you don't need to be 6'4" to make an impact. Tyreek Hill is 5'10", insanely fast. Bo Melton is insanely fast. I'm not comparing him to Tyreek Hill, but just, we don't always need to have 6'4" wide receivers. But Bo Melton, insane speed. In his relative athletic score, which measures all of his attributes, his speed, his shuttles, all these kinds of things, is 9.24 out of 10, which is very, very good. And so coming in this season, he's still a rookie. He was on the Seahawks practice squad all year. He did not make the final roster, so they didn't think he was good enough to be on their final roster. But the Packers are going to try to bring him in here, see what he can do. Another interesting fact about him, he was used a lot on special teams in college. He was used as kick returner, punt returner at times, and he also was gunner on the punt unit as well. And we know the Packers have loved making special teams acquisitions this year with Dallin Levitt coming in here. Keyshawn Nixon, who has been insane. Hopefully he will be healthy soon. We know he had a groin injury, left last game after having that crazy 93-yard return. And part of me is wondering, when it comes to Keyshawn Nixon, could this be a Keyshawn Nixon replacement in case he misses a few games? Because, as I said, Bo Melton had some experience at kick returner in college. He runs a 4.3440, and as I was reading through some different draft profiles, he has apparently insane acceleration, insane burst, and is really good with the ball in his hands. And so, who knows? Maybe Keyshawn Nixon misses a game. Maybe Bo Melton gets used back there. Who knows? But Bo Melton seems to be a very fast, very athletic player. I was reading a little bit. He was drafted in the 7th round, so people had some, he wasn't a first, second-round wide receiver. People had some issues with him. Partly, some people said that his release isn't amazing up to this point. Of course, that's something that can be improved. And as I said, you cannot teach speed. So I'm excited to see what he can do here in Green Bay. The Packers, as we all know, have added a lot of different wide receivers this year. Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs in the draft, Samori Toure in the draft as well. Toure also a 7th-round pick, and he's had some nice moments. And so I think when you get a player as fast as Bo Melton, you never know what could happen there because he can develop as a route runner. He can improve in that area. And so I'm hoping this is a steal looking forward in the future. Who knows if he'll make an impact on this Packers team. Christian Watson has dealt with an injury. We'll see if he returns next week. Hopefully he does. If not, at least we have a little bit more depth here at wide receiver. The Packers did release Sammy Watkins a couple weeks ago, and so now we at least have a little bit more depth here for the Packers wide receiver core. Also now moving on to, I said the Dean Lowry injury. He is placed on the IR, and obviously it stinks for Dean Lowry. Wish him, hopefully he heals up soon. But with Dean Lowry out, we saw Devontae Wyatt, rookie first-round pick for the Packers, come in here, make some plays, had a QB hit, almost sacked Tua, had a couple nice plays. And he really hasn't had too much of an opportunity this season to really make a big impact. Starting off the year, he maybe had a few snaps a game. Last game, I think he had 20 or 30 snaps, and he made somewhat of an impact. And I think the more snaps he gets, he's going to improve game after game. And so this sort of looks like to me like Devonte Wyatt is going to get a lot more snaps going forward with Dean Lowry out, and I think that is very good for the Packers. Devonte Wyatt is not, insanely productive so far. I mean, he's been, especially the past 2 weeks, he's really started to make some big plays. And hopefully going forward, the more snaps he gets, the more time he has on this defense, the more consistent those, big plays will occur. And I think that with him having more opportunity, that's probably going to happen. So honestly, I'm excited to have Devonte Wyatt in here because Dean Lowry, he's played, I think, 100 and something consecutive games. He's been very steady there on the Packers, but he hasn't been an elite player. I'd say he's been average. If you look at his PFF scores, pretty average overall. And so I think to have a guy like Devonte Wyatt, who has an incredible ceiling, incredibly athletic, being drafted in the first round, I'm excited to see what he can do, not just these next few games with more opportunity, but also going forward the next few seasons. Then also Tipa Galeai all released from this team as well. So those are all the moves the Packers made today. If you guys want to read my newsletter from today, I put it out. A little bit about the Packers, my thoughts on the playoff outlook. You can read that. I'll put the link down below. And also, if you have Twitter, you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm starting to post there a lot more as well. You can find that link down below. So click whatever you feel like clicking. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll probably be heading out of Oklahoma the next few days, be back in Texas sometime soon. So the setup will change back to normal most likely. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.